Hi Aquarius, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your April 2020 tarot check for all Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So if that's you, you are in the right place, and I want to thank every single one of you who's been watching, subscribing, commenting, liking, and sharing my videos. I really appreciate your support, and I will continue to co-create with all of you. If you're new to my channel, I'd love to have you as a subscriber, and if you hit the bell, you'll be notified when new videos are posted, which is about every week. So I hope you're all doing well, and we will continue, won't we? We are in a global dark night of the soul, and we'll talk about that as we do our reading here. What does that mean? But for now, let's see what is going on with Aquarius. April 2020, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for Aquarius. So your present position, the Nine of Pentacles, and the immediate influence is the Emperor. Your destiny here is the Chariot. I really like this, strong reading. In the more distant past, you have the Four of Cups. More recent past, you have Temperance. Coming towards you, you have the Seven of Wands. You're represented here by the King of Swords, which is great for an Aquarius. The people and environment around you is the Seven of Pentacles. Your hopes here is the Three of Pentacles, and the outcome is the Page of Pentacles, and then you have the Knight of Cups here as just a clarifier. So let's take a look at these cards together, shall we? You have Cancer, Aries, Sagittarius. You have water here. You have earth. You get pretty heavy on the earth signs. And air. So your current situation, you've got this Nine of Pentacles, and the immediate influence is the Emperor. So the Nine of Pentacles is quite a bit softer card than the Emperor, isn't she? She is a single lady card, and she's all about manifestation. She is about manifestation on the material plane. So if you've been feeling like you've been pinched off financially for a bit, that is going to be getting resolved. I know there's definitely been people who have been flummoxing about cancellations within travel, and some of these insurance companies have not been great about giving refunds. They've not been very clear. They were trying to give a lot of credits, and most people don't really want that. But I do think for some of you, you are going to be seeing a refund on some things and getting some money back from that. But you've had to put in the work. You've had to get paperwork together. It feels like that. It could be something else too, where you had to get paperwork in order to get something back, some financial remuneration. But it is coming, and you will be victorious with that. So if you've had something on the line financially, definitely will be looking good. Overall, your finances, Aquarius, are really going to be coming back around and really looking good. I do think you have an offer of love, but it's like you're very focused on the money right now. With Aquarius, we got off to a very strong start this year and honestly, we've had some big advances in medicine, and that's been that Aquarius influence. And not that we wanted, like I said, a global dark night of the soul to get it, but with that dark night of the soul, we always ascend. And sometimes people are confused about that. Like, what is a dark night of the soul? Or they'll say, I went through it when I got a divorce. A divorce alone is not the dark night of the soul. Either is anxiety or depression. It is a true spiritual breakdown in every sense of the way. And when we come through it, we will inspire people. And I don't mean influence. I mean truly inspire people to be different. So your destiny here is the Chariot, so Cancer energy. And when we talk about destiny, this incorporates the notion of free will. Fate is different. Fate is not really represented in the tarot because fate is all fear-based. It's like, this is what I did in a previous life. Now I'm paying the price. I've got no control over it. That's not this. Destiny is, I am being divinely guided. I have free will to make choices, but I open myself up to the universe to be guided. And I allow the universe to open up a path for me that meets my hopes, dreams, and my heart's desire. And that's what you're doing here. You are moving forward. Okay, this is a great time for you, Aquarius, to set your intentions. Like I said, I feel like it's right now your focus is more on money, but I do feel like there's love coming through here with the Knight of Cups and the Page of Pentacles later in the reading. I feel like this person's watching you, and they're in awe in a way, watching you be in your element. You're like an out of the box thinker. You're very creative. They see that, and it's a little bit intimidating to them. But they also see that you're very focused on money right now. And so I feel like they don't want to jump the gun or introduce something that's not going to be of interest to you because you're more focused on the financial aspects. But I think if you become open and make that known, they will definitely come forward. And I think they will either way, but they might have a bit of a pause. You may have had an offer in the past or had multiple offers. You might have been dating for a while and just not had, anybody that really was the one. They just weren't. You were dating, you were trying different people out, you had offers, but it just wasn't for you. And that's okay too. I think you had fun with it. It was fun while it lasted, but it wasn't, and there was no big heartbreak for you. It was kind of like, yeah, they're fine, but it's just not the right one for me. You've had to do some healing. And this Temperance card is all about, if you've had some kind of past trauma, healing that, because what we don't want to do is bring old wounds forward with us. And many of us, almost all of us, have a tendency on some level to do that. And part of it is it can become somewhat of a social currency, where we use that because it makes us more approachable, right? If people know that we've had this thing that happened, it makes us relatable, or it gives us a false sense of being relatable. And sometimes we can even make it into, then I don't deserve any other heartache because I've already had it. But you've done the work. You've put in the work, and you are ascending past that to a higher level of self-esteem, security, knowing what you want, and really, you're not going to need it for your self-esteem, but you are definitely getting a lot of accolades. I had this for you last month too, and it might have been in the mid-month, and I had to redo the reading, but it's like it's coming back through again, where people are seriously taking note of your creativity and your ability to problem solve, and here it is. It's like there's nothing you can't figure out. Especially where work is concerned. I think you're just on fire with this. And you're definitely a leader. And people see that around you. And, in the next, I think, period after this, the next probably quarter, you're going to be able to rest on your laurels a little bit. If it's been high pressure for you because you have far beyond, met anyone's expectations. You've really exceeded expectations, delivered when it needed to happen, and I think you've done it on all fronts. I think you've been a little bit spread thin, because I think too you've been doing things for your family, maybe making some special dinners, but also too like getting kind of fun takeout just to lighten the mood a little bit, cheer everybody up. You don't want to be stopped. You don't want to be depressed and down and in a funk. You just won't allow it. So some of you have had to cut out some things, and you may be in this next month getting more serious about your nutrition, about your fitness, that you may have found with gyms being closed and stuff. You got a little bit lax. I think in the next quarter here especially, you're going to be focused more on yourself in terms of health, fitness, nutrition, and that is going to bring in some definite gains. I think for those of you that may have let yourself go just a tiny bit. But again, I also think too, in terms of being approachable right now, you've got a distant kind of cool energy where that's concerned. And so just be aware of it, that you can kind of come across a little bit focused on other things, maybe even standoffish. But this person they're waiting on you. Honestly, they've got this Seven of Pentacles. And they're seeing, definitely the financial aspects are stable on both sides, and they're interested in you. And they may be waiting for you to respond. So if you've had somebody reach out to you that you haven't really given much back to them, maybe worth your while to do that, because they're looking at what they've invested and wondering and just kind of going, what's next? That's kind of what it is. What is next here? But ultimately, you've got a new opportunity and you are wanting that higher level of commitment. You just haven't been focused on it right now. I do feel like most of you have been focused on your money and just getting things. Even some of you may have been moving into a new place and you've been very focused on that and setting that up. But next for you is going to be that teamwork kind of feeling of collaboration, commitment, a partnership. You know, here they are at the altar, and you know, it's a higher level of commitment. Now you've got two offers coming in. One is kind of a smaller offer with this Page of Pentacles, but then you've got this Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups brings a big offer, and it's a solid offer. And again, I do think it's somebody who says, I want to be in an exclusive relationship with you. There's not going to be game playing. I mean, they've watched what you've been doing here. And it could even be somebody through work, because work is so heavily dominant in this reading. Work and finance in a good way, but it may be somebody that you meet through work or through somebody at work where they're bringing this person in, but it definitely is a life partner for you. And it may be somebody that's different than, you know, what you're used to. They may be a bit more of a homebody, and that also is okay, because especially if you're moving or you have moved recently, you may find that you kind of want to be at home. You want to be, you know, even though we've been quarantined, but you're liking this new environment and wanting to enjoy it. So very nice reading for you overall, Aquarius. And here is an Abraham Hicks asking it as given card. I am attracting its vibrational essence. You can allow it or not, but the basis of your world is well-being. The law of attraction says that which is like unto itself is drawn. And so the essence of whatever you give your attention to is unfolding in your experience. Therefore, there is nothing that you cannot do, be, or have. That is law. So let's hear about your Whispers of Love card too, just to give you a little extra nudge in the love direction. Listen with your heart. You are listening, but need to hear with a loving heart. So you might need to go out and listen to the song by heart that says, listen to your heart, okay? Maybe go play that after this. You'll be singing it for the next 3 days. Well, I love you so much, Aquarius, and I so appreciate all your support and allowing me to co-create with you, and I will be back in about a week.